Routes and Bazonians. Chris Ano don talk say Biya don plot with France for bomb southern Cameroon. Una listen to way Chris Ano talk. He talk plenty, but very interesting. Una follow until the end, and then they also find technician for help them for studio.
By seasoned journalists. So if you have not downloaded the app yet, go ahead. Go on Google Store and the Apple Store and download Scan Radio app, and you'll be able to listen to live news coming from ground zero on the revolution every day, 24/7. Again, if you haven't downloaded the app, go look for it. Scan Radio. It is live as I speak. Another very important announcement. Please go ahead, hit your share button as you join. Hit your share button as you join. I like the pace at which the numbers are growing. Hit your share button, please. Another very important announcement that I have here is that ABC, your own very channel, we are recruiting volunteer technicians. If you have knowledge about television, running television, we are looking for your expertise. If you have time to volunteer, maybe 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day, and you live in the USA, please contact me using the email address contact@ambazoniagov.org. Again, the contact address, email address is contact@ambazoniagov.org. Again, ABC, your own television, is looking for television volunteers, technicians who know what it means to operate, to run a TV station. If you have the knowledge and have the time to donate, to volunteer for the revolution, please, and you live in the USA, please reach me at contact@ambazoniagov.org. Again, the email address is contact@ambazoniagov.org. And if you are out there and you know how to produce programs, produce content that is educative and informative, will also and you can produce a good informative and educative show, and like to appear or have your show appear or run on ABC. Wherever that you are, you don't have to be in the US, you can be anywhere, as long as you can upload good quality video shows to us. We'll be glad to run it. So please, if as far as you are Ambazonian or produce anything Ambazonian or African, we will be glad to run it on ABC television for you. Please hit your share button as you join. Hit your share button as you join. The moment we hit 1,000 people, I will come to you with the presentation proper. Right now we are under 700 to go. So please go ahead and you hit your share button. Again, Scan Radio is running 24/7 with news on the revolution, all the way from ground zero, operating from ground zero, where the news, where the action is taking place. If you have not yet downloaded the app, go to the App Store, Apple Store, Google Play Store, look for Scan Radio, SCAN Radio. Download the app and listen to 24/7 news radio, Amber News Radio from ground zero. The good thing is that nobody can censor it on ground zero. Nobody can stop it from ground zero. It runs from ground zero and brings us the news on a daily basis. Go and download the app. All right, please hit your share button as you join the broadcast. So let me see who is joining. And again, I'd like to know your comments for the revolution, for the struggle, for the happenings in recent days. Felicia Oben, It says unity without Ayaba. That is your opinion. Thank you very much, Felicia. Indum Emilia, I miss your comment there. Jessica, Linda, Mai, I also miss your comment. Chapa, watching from Dubai. Vivienne Abiedu, say God help us. Absolutely, we all need to pray that prayer. Thank you. I see Achu Tayong, say we need strategies. Thank you, Tayong. Absolutely, we do. We need them every day as things changes, as things evolve. Amber Bolifamba, he says, we are still mourning. Ivo, yes, we all do. All the generals who have gone. Ping Ann, say hello, Secretary Chris. Thank you, King. African Kings, say no more collaborating with all of ARC members. All right, you have a very right to your own opinion. Johnson Kabaka Kaba, he says, read all comments, Chris. Of course, those that I can read, I definitely do. You know, the screen is rolling, so sometimes I want to read and I miss some parts of it, or I miss the whole comment. But as much as I can, of course, I do read it. As I read the comments, hit your share button and invite the people. Let them know that I am live with good news. Always, as usual, good news. I see Ivory Nego, say Papa Anya, say Diaspora, again, I missed that. Henry Atiabet, I see you. Amber Bolifamba, I see you. Abendu Morris, good day, Comrade Chris. Ikome Leonga, so watching from Houston, that is awesome, Leonga. I'm looking for volunteers too in Houston, okay? Rome Che, watching from South Africa. In Gwinson Smith, I see Indy Chifu, Maxim Aaron, African King again. Maxim Aaron, I see you. Walton Kenneth, Ambazonia comes first. Absolutely. Mike Lupo, bring in, I missed a comment. Basi Indi, unity is what we need now. Thank you, sir. I see Leonga Enjoya. I see, say people should stop threatening the church. Thank you, sir. Taku Samuel, watching from La Republic, that is a colonial territory. Foncha Cyprian says from Ground Zero. Agbo Elvis Mengot from Brussels. Bernardo Algo Mas, Seboya is real. Please go ahead, you hit your share button. I know this is a Saturday and many are out there shopping for Christmas, but let's get the platform populated as Ground Zero is waiting for this broadcast. Mario Indy, watching Julius Stepan, we need support, Nambere and Commando to finish this job. Absolutely. I see also Alejandro Amisha comment, Lawson Tiapo. Now I don't know what happened, what has happened to my good friend, the Honorable Atta John. I haven't seen him for a very long time on this platform. Somebody let me know what is happening to him, please. I see David Dishman, Honey Flo, please can I have radio station name again? That is, or the app. The radio station name is Scan Radio. You want the app? You can now. It is important you know you can only listen to it by an app, through an app, and the app is Scan Radio, and you get the app at Play Store or Apple Store if you're having iPad or iPhone. You can download the app at Apple Store. If you're using Android, anything Android or PC, you can go to Play Store. Yes, Play Store to get the app, Scan Radio app. You cannot listen to it on any frequency on a regular radio. You can only listen to it on a mobile gadget. That is on your phone, Apple phone or Android phone, or Android tablet or Apple tablet. All right. As I see you said, Dr. Sako will remain our AP to the release of Sisiko, even if the IG is restructured. Ambazonians should all take note. Yes, sir. Thank you. Boya Amber, watching from Canada. Yes, the numbers are growing. Hit your share button as you join. Indum, Emilia. My comment again, let the IG, sorry, I missed your screen. Meteo season, greetings from France. I see B Loco, say Unity. Felicia Oben, Atta John was like a messiah. He came to warn us of Ayabacho, but we all insulted and rejected him. All what is said is happening. I miss him. All right, Desmond Elliott, Sir Secretary Chris will love you. Thank you, sir. Walter Akowa, Secretary Chris, unity is what we need. Do you think it's possible? Of course, I think unity is possible. In fact, everybody talks about unity. That's the amazing thing about it. Everybody talks about unity. But then when you call for unity, they can't sit and look at themselves face to face and discuss true and genuine unity. That is the problem. All that they try to do is to make sure they crumble the IG before unity is possible, which is absolutely the wrong way to go. But we all need unity, not by killing one other organization or killing the government. No, absolutely not. But by being able to collaborate in the different programs that different groups have. All right, so yes, unity is very much possible. Redemption Son, I see, Atta John is strategizing to come back with fire and fury. Okay. Baku Hamidu, hello. Chris, our able secretary, thank you, sir. Jenny Jack Dalton, I see you. Chapa, unity without ADF because they have different agenda. Very good opinion there. Please hit your share button. In a few minutes, in the next 5 minutes, I will do this presentation, because those who join after can always go back and watch it from the beginning. I see Ingala Dennis is watching. David, I missed that. Desmond Elliott, nobody is bigger than this revolution. Even anybody who don't want to unity will be thrown away. Yes, sir. Salenko, my able secretary, he said, I don't know whether it's he or she. Henry Atiabek, Secretary Chris, my man of the year. I haven't received your trophy yet, Henry. I'm waiting for it, please. Fisher and King, always on this platform also. Unity of purpose. There you go. Thank you. Elvis is so young. Unity is possible, but we should not force those who do not need. Focus on ground zero, he says. I love those comments. Thank you. Mary Ann, I just missed your comment. Yannick Acha, I see you. Frui Kimbeng, it says free or arrested. I missed the other part of it. Again, the screen rules, so if I can't read everything, sometimes I'm trying to read and it rules away. Hit your share button 4 more minutes until I bring you the presentation, please. This is very, very important. I'm coming to you with news of French Cameroon planning to bomb, again to bomb, certain towns and villages in Amazonia. There is a big plot that La République du Cameroon is having to execute between now and the end of January. And thank God we have people who are revealing the intelligence to us. And we are bringing it to you, especially those of you on ground zero, so that you can know exactly what to do and what is coming. So please hit your share button. Again, 3 minutes to go before the broadcast. I wouldn't take your time a lot today. This is a weekend. Lots of people are shopping. Goddy Brown, Talyong, I see you say, hello, our great secretary. Unity without agency is the best. Say from Bamenda. Okay, good to hear from you, sir. I see John Barnes. Akwanga can be. Oh, I just missed that screen. I can't take calls now. Please don't try to call me. Takumbi Abo. This struggle is bigger than any individual. That's what we are. That's what we or some of us don't know. This struggle is spirit. Thank you. Thank you. I see Bernardo Argo, Secretary Chris. More grace to your elbows. Thank you, sir. I see Kerf. The Honorable Secretary Chris, the fearless. Thank you, sir. Patriotics Amazonian unity with all on board. Well, we don't have to force it, right? As somebody has said. Derek Tache, what are people up to? I don't know. Please, 3 minutes to go to bring you the presentation. Hit your share button. Let me try to read your comments as many as possible. I see Christopher Akongwe is watching. TT, say Merry Christmas in advance, sir. Thank you, TT. I see also Celeste Mbantang. I see Exodus DX Tengan. Welcome, our able secretary will stand. I miss the other part. Redemption Son, I see you. IG, the people government, any power monger can go to hell. All right. John Burns, I see you. Cantona. I see you. In King Bizarre Pierrot. Say more grace, Secretary Grace. Thank you. Philip Injoro. I see Tasso watching from Econa. I hope you are safe and strong. Hit your share button. Those of you who are joining right now, please. It is going to be a short broadcast, not going to be long. I just need to give you some information and also give you some inspiration to walk the walk of this revolution. So hit your share button. 3 minutes to go before I come to you with a presentation proper. I see B Loco. I see Jute Inquine. Welcome, Secretary Chris. We love the interim government. Thank you. Abong Prosper Harrison. I see you. Asongafak Randa. Asongafak more grace, sir. Thank you. John Burns. I see you. Meteor season until we reach Boya. Of course, absolutely. Walter Akonwa. Secretary Chris. After all these unfortunate mishaps, what's the way forward? I am coming to you with that. Just hold your peace, please. I see Didon. I see also Martin. I am my able chief of staff. I see Tasso, I mentioned that. Beglin Lawson, Secretary Chris. Why you live like the public, the Akana? See as you just leave them run, go and miss the rest of you. Well, you know, I don't prepare to read some of these things ahead of time. These are spontaneous, so don't blame me for that. Okay? Babylon Numve, I see you. Jute Inquine, I mentioned you. Caroline Mb Ayok, I see you. Obabs Akam. How do we unite with those who are... I missed that. Pauline Lowman, I greet you, our able secretary. If you want me to read your comment, don't make it long because as the screen rolls, I miss the rest of the part of the post. So make it short, precise, to the point, and most likely I'll be able to read it. All right, 2 minutes to go. Hit your share button, please. 2 minutes until I come to you with the presentation proper. All right. Mado Amba is watching. I don't know where you're watching from. Ngong Chamba. I say hi, sir. I see you. Miriam Hope. I see you. Always here. Thank you. Harry Taylor. I see you. Cantona. Chris, before I leave in. I miss the rest of it. Chito Shang. Boya, here we come. Yes, sir. Mini. Best secretary and balanas we ever have. Thank you. Harry Taylor, I see you. African King, I mentioned you. And in the waiting impatiently, sir. You're not gonna wait too long. Okay. And go ahead and hit your share button. Von Lawrence, to achieve unity, we must avoid divisive language such as I miss the other part now because it is rolling. Philip Njorogo, without IG we would be totally confused today. God bless IG. Thank you, sir. Eva Toyin, Harry Taylor, I see Boya Amber, Focus on the Republic Devils. Yes, sir. Funken Bernard, you are God send our mouthpiece. Thank you, sir. Evaritus Indi for good evening, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Desmond Phone, I see you. Tembeng Elvis, I see you. Okay, okay. Let me use the rest of the 1 minute to repeat these announcements that I brought to you before. And then I can go ahead and bring you the presentation. Da Tebe, thank you for joining. Clement Asongwe, thank you. Clara Eno, thank you. MC Kole Daba, you are there. Martin, I see you. It said for comments and input contact, send it to contact@ambazoniagov.org. Correct. You ever want to reach your interim government with any comments, with any advice, please feel free to send them to the email contact@ambazoniagov.org. Again, contact@ambazoniagov.org. Let me bring you these two announcements once more before I take you to the presentation proper. Again, ABC, your own television. We are looking for volunteers, people who would donate their time to run operations, technical operations here at ABC Television. And we need mostly people who are based in the US for internet reasons, so we can have the operations run as expected. You know, when you are running from a long distance, the internet can be weak. So if you live in the US and you have technical knowledge on television production, please, we want you. We need your service, especially if you are Ambazonian. We need your service at ABC. And besides technical volunteers, we also are in need of content. If you have content that you know is good for Ambazonia and good for Africa, you know that, remember, ABC television is watched or can be watched anywhere in Africa except Morocco, Egypt, Tunisia. Yes, anywhere in Africa you will watch ABC except Tunisia, Libya, Morocco, and Egypt. The rest of Africa watches ABC. And so we are interested in content that covers nationalism, especially in Africa, politics in Africa, and of course, the Ambazonian struggle. Of course, French Cameroon too. The kind of content that we run about them matters also. So if you are a good producer, if you are a journalist out there, and you can produce good content and would like to have your own television show, contact us. Send email address to contact@ambazoniagov.org. contact@ambazoniagov.org. And then lastly, I want to remind you about Scan Radio. Scan Radio is 24/7 right now. Scan Radio is broadcast all the way from ground zero by seasoned journalists and reporters. If you need news, breaking news, every top of the hour and every bottom of the hour about this revolution, that is where you want to get it. There is so much fake news out there in the social media. Sometimes you really don't know which one is true, which one is false. I want to assure you, the place where you can authenticate news that you get on the social media about this revolution is on Scan Radio. Close to 6,000 people have downloaded the app already from Play Store. On Apple Store, even more numbers have already downloaded. It is live every day with news, commentary, music, entertainment, anything you can imagine. And again, it is not produced from the diaspora. It is being produced from ground zero by seasoned journalists. go to Play Store and download the Scan Radio app. That is where you will find the app. And remember, you can only watch the app. You can only watch the app on the mobile on the mobile platform. I'm talking about cell phones, tablets, and on PCs. So you can watch Scan Radio not on a regular radio. You watch it from your phone, from your tablet, be it Apple or Android. That is where you need be able to watch it. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I have no more reason to keep you waiting. Ground Zero has been waiting for this broadcast ever since I got here. So I will bring you the presentation right away. And even as I do so, I expect you to keep on hitting your share button to get this platform fully and completely populated. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Ambazonians. In our emotional indignation over events of the past days, I mean the senseless betrayals and killings masterminded by one man, one of our own, drunken with an impulse for power, greed, and control. There is one thing we should not forget or ignore. If we forget it, we do so at the peril of this revolution. The one thing is this, that these recent happenings cannot be seen as isolated from the bigger picture, the grand plot of our enemy, French Cameroon, which is to quickly undo the gains that we have recorded in the short 2 years of this struggle. This is a testing moment, a trying moment, and how we respond to it as a people, we must start by asking ourselves why we are in this, where we have come from, where we are and where we are going, and of course, how far we have gone. These are very important self-assessment questions that should guide each and every one of us how we see and confront infiltrations, sellouts, and killings such as those we have seen recently. The enemy surely hopes that by infiltrating our ranks, buying out some of our leaders, and then using them to commit treason against the revolution, that we will surely get demoralized, confused, despondent, and then surrender. That is the ultimate agenda in all the betrayals we are witnessing. Let us have this at the back of our minds, so that in the midst of this emotional wreck, we do not forget to stay focused on the enemy. For our enemy, French Cameroon, this war is a war of survival for them. They can't imagine us running away with the petrol, the gas, the uranium, diamond, bauxite, cocoa, iron ore, limestone, fossil fuel reserves, gold, marble, and many others located in Amazonia. The dread of the day they wake up to find out that we are gone for real. That is the reason they are not allowing us to walk away, just as we did in 1954 in Nigeria. That is why a vote or referendum on the matter scares them. And that is why they are not ready for any international arbitration, because fair-minded people will see the obvious, that the Southern Cameroon was and has never been legally or logically speaking, part of French Cameroon. Any court of law will declare essentially that the southern Cameroon is still a colonized territory under French Cameroon. When you are engaged in a war of survival like French Cameroon is, like this one, a war over minerals and other natural resources, which is what French Cameroon believes it is all about, you do everything as they are doing to break into the ranks of your enemy, as they have done, to form alliances to break down the offenses, both morally and physically. For French Cameroon, it is a matter of getting us defeated from the inside before the final battle is fought. This is the tactic that French Cameroon is engaging at the moment, be it through Lucas Cho Ayaba or whoever. French Cameroon is behind all of these recent happenings, and they know exactly what they are doing and what they want. Let's shine our eyes. And though everything we have seen is hurting, we must dust off our pain and rage immediately and get back to work. Get back to the sword and our fortifications. Get back to redeeming the southern Cameroons. French Cameroon has cut down some of our best commanders and generals. Then, orchestrating one event after the other, like the release of the so-called 289, which never really was, to the so-called disarmament where we see stage events with women and army parading villages with megaphones, asking our boys to surrender. The fact is that if we are not careful, we may have indulged into French Cameroon trap by getting enchanted and vociferous instead of spending the time on mending our defenses, especially the fronts that need fortification. Batibo needs new defenses, Ekona too, Boya too, where General Bertus was cut down rather quietly, and equally in all the towns where there exist compromised rook commanders and generals working for the enemy. That is what we need to be thinking and doing right now. This is very, very crucial, because soon, if there are no activities, no action, if our boys are not back to the battlefronts, if there is silence for long, French Cameroon will declare victory. Right now, they are under tremendous international pressure to deliver a ceasefire to the war. Paul Biya has been given until the month of March, again, the month of March, to end the war. He has, as a result, put out a plan that should wipe out our defenses and bring all the fighters under submission between December the 24th and January 30th. He will then spend February the 1st through March 30th engaged in some political and social maneuvers, like endorsing Cardinal Tumi's AGC conference, appointing a good number of Ambazonians into his cabinet, and engaging in humanitarian projects like calling back the internally displaced persons and working with Nigeria to start forcing the refugees to get back home. In the eyes of the international community, should he succeed in doing this, it will translate into big progress, making them to cut a slack on Mr. Biya. Then, they will now turn to us and force us to work with the same criminal who has burned our homes and killed our parents and families. As I address you today, right now, the French Cameroon Ministry of Defense is constituting a special Air Force squadron to launch intensive bombings of towns and villages in our territory that they still consider resistant strongholds. The communities they have earmarked to bomb are Inver, Nkumbo, Bafut, Ekona, Lebialem, Bali, Batibo, Bamesinginindo, Bambui in Tuba, Com and Bello. Again, the names of the communities targeted for bombing are Kumbo, Bafut, Ekona, Lebialem, Bali, Batibo, Bamesing, Bambui, Com and Bello. The populations in these communities going forward till end of January should exercise special vigilance and caution as they go about their daily activities. The interim government is working extra hard for the way forward from here. And top on the agenda is rebuilding the big tent that should contain every genuine leader or group and soldiers in this fight for our freedom. Now, I make the emphasis on genuine leaders because at this moment, it is but obvious, very evident, that there are some who have been severely compromised. We know them. But those with which there are mere disagreements, the interim government will continue to reach out to, opening the doors for them to come in, as we have done throughout the course of this revolution. We have no doubt that prosecuting this war from a united front will quicken our journey to Boya. In the days ahead, the interim government shall be announcing some profound measures aimed at arresting insecurity and safety issues on ground zero. Nobody, again, nobody going forward on ground zero should have to live in fear, especially from the so-called Amber Boys phenomenon. This war must be prosecuted against one enemy, and one enemy only, Paul Biya and his government. Their invading soldiers on our streets must be continuously seen as enemies, even if they speak English or originate from the southern Cameroons. No more kidnappings, no more ransom taking, no more fake ambers. Their end is in sight. Amazonians, listen to me. Within 2 years, we have done what Eritrea didn't do in 10 years. Within 2 years, we have attained the feat that Southern Sudan didn't in 15 years. We have propelled our cause in all international circles, including parliaments, from Europe to America and the Almighty Security Council. We have almost successfully locked down our territory from French Cameroon control. We still have an army that they thought was going to dissolve like 2 cubes of sugar. The army is still standing. We have a television station that is constantly beaming our message to ground zero and all of Africa, educating our people of the state of the revolution. We have a steady and resilient leadership in the interim government headed by Sisiko Julius Ayuktabe that Paul Biya and his agents have failed to set asunder. A leadership in the interim government that will not and cannot be compromised. We have knocked every diplomatic door from Africa to Europe, Asia, and of course the USA. And we see the doors beginning to open up and welcoming us and welcoming our case Ambazonia has become a household name, not only on ground zero but in discussion halls across the world by those who matter. Get online and Google the word Ambazonia and see for yourself what shows up. 1 year ago, nobody around the world knew about the name Ambazonia. But within 2 years, Ambazonia has been propelled to exactly where it should belong. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what Wikipedia, the world's largest digital encyclopedia, writes about Ambazonia, and I quote, Ambazonia is the territory, the Rumba territory, formerly known as the British Southern Cameroon, or West Cameroon, he says. The name is derived from Ambas Bay, the bay at the territory's sea coast, directly facing the Equatorial island of Bioko, strategically located in the Gulf of Guinea at the hinge of Africa. Ambazonia, listen carefully, Ambazonia, the country, is bordered in the east by French-speaking Republic of Cameroon, to the west and the north by Nigeria, and to the south by the sea, sharing a maritime border with Equatorial Guinea or island of Bioko. Ladies and gentlemen, we didn't write that. The interim government didn't write that. I didn't write that. That is Wikipedia. Wikipedia is referring to us as a country, a territory with international borders. Ladies and gentlemen, a year ago, Ambazonia was an insignificant noun. But see how far we have gone? Paul Biya, and those who support him are seeing this progress, and they have figured out that the way to cause a setback is to stifle the morale among us, among our people. They have done it, and they will continue to do so, and even buying over some so-called leaders among us. But that must not take our eyes away from the prize of our freedom. A free Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. A prize for the freedom of our people. A prize that ushers Boya into our hands. This is the moment we shine our eyes from the distractions while we are lamenting, wailing, and cursing. They are busy sneaking into our towns and villages, bribing some to change their minds and to change sides. Let's stand up and refuse to be fooled. Refuse to be distracted. Refuse to be bought over. And to all our restoration forces, the interim government continues to appreciate your bravery. You are the reason this revolution still has hope. This is not the time to surrender or lay down arms to French Cameroon. This is the time to fight more than ever before, as if the victory of the next battle lies on, as if the victory of the revolution lies on this very next battle. As you go to bed every night, remember General Tiger, remember General Biya, General Bertus, Godfather, and all the others who are falling for the same cause. You must redeem them, and the ultimate price they have paid. Their sacrifice must never be in vain. Fight to make them proud, so that those who join them later must go with the story, with the message that they are being redeemed, that Ambazonia continues to rise and to fall no more. And to the diaspora, we must stand and continue to lift up the hands of our valiant fighters. We have only one way of doing so, that is supplying their needs. These boys, from some of the stories we get, They live under some of the harshest conditions. They live in bushes and have no beddings. They have to go distances to get food to eat. They are beaten by the rain and beaten by the sun every day. Some have sustained severe injuries, but can't go to the hospitals for obvious reasons. The other day, I received a video footage of one of them who had lost his leg at the ankle, completely detached from the rest of his body. The other part still stuck inside the shoe. But even in such agony, this valiant fighter was still courageous enough to raise his thumb finger up, urging his colleagues to fight on. To fight on. Fellow Ambazonians, how can we allow them give up their lives and bodies and body parts, and we can't give them our money? Anyone who says he or she has already given too much, anyone who says he is tired of giving for this revolution, anyone who says, oh, too much in fighting, that he won't waste his or her money, doesn't really know or understand what war is about. You are not punishing any of the leaders. You are punishing these young warriors in the forefront. We must never have cause to stop giving until this war is over and we are in Boya. Please, wherever you live in the diaspora, locate your local government area forum and join to make your contributions felt. Donations to the local governments are administered. They are managed by the local governments themselves. Those donations do not go to the IG, do not go to any other community. They go only to the local government in which you belong and for which you are supporting. And it is meant to operate this way for transparency and accounting reasons. The local government area deal directly with the restoration forces and humanitarian issues, making sure all the needs in the local government areas are met. Again, please locate your local government area. Get to ambazoniagov.org and get more information about this. And of course, the interim government needs funds more than ever before at this moment. We still have a barrage of lawyers to pay, diplomacy to fund, communications to fund, travel to fund, refugees to cater for. You can name the rest. These will not be accomplished if funds are not coming in. Log into ambazoniagov.org and enroll for your monthly deals right now, please. Remember, the records are being kept, and those who finance this revolution shall be celebrated. We have to give our money now, or our people die. Thank you for doing so. Ambazonia must be free. Let's move on. Let's fight till victory comes. Long live the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. Short live the struggle. And good night.